On the fourth day of Siedequests, my Fatesworn gave to me a bad cave without a tree. And since there's no tree, we'll go outside and find plenty more, mostly around Crownhold. Everybody needs music in their life.
Good.
Hello, Colette.
Our biggest fan. How comforting it is to see your face. Last we met, you witnessed us at our highest. Now we languish at our lowest. The first world tour of Colette and the Echoes has reached a dead end.
Why? What happened?
One word. Crownhold. The occupied city is rife with soldiers and cultists. As if that weren't enough. Our flute player, Adelina, has a bit of a history with the preordained. They hired her to compose a chaos march for their ruler, Telogris, but she skipped out on the deal. They'll kill her on sight.
Well, I'll take care of Telogris.
You don't need to make such bold claims. I won't hold you to it. But anything you can do to speed the city's liberation would be wonderful. Be careful.
I'm not really sure there's much I can do other than
At least I have someone to drink with
finish
now.
the quest.
Bye.
So, once again, you and the
Waiting
preordained.
isn't so bad. I spent several weeks with a man who left me to join the preordained. He was a creep. I'm fine with him becoming a fanatic. Bye.
Well, I heard some other stuff about you. Have a little look. Yeah, just free the city from Telogan. I guess I have to look elsewhere for another quest. Ooh, field work. Honest toil. But not for me. Who do you need killed?
Hey! You! Yeah, you! These are private lands. How many times do I have to tell you to quit scrounging around in my soil? Never mind. You're not one of them. You look like a cultist, but you're not a cultist. Still, did you spy any of those preordained scoundrels mucking about out front? Digging around in my dirt? Pulling my crops?
Need some help?
Maybe. Depends on the kind of help you're offering. If you mean my harvest, then yeah, I could use a hand. Something's been scrabbling in my fields, uprooting everything, tearing the place to pieces. It's gotta be poachers. Hungry folks from up in the city come down to dig my veggies, and the preordained steal my ember eyes. Like to smoke 'em. They're going to ruin my whole crop. Run me right out of business.
So what makes your farm so special?
My farm? Special? Why'd you ask? I'm certainly not growing and harvesting illegal reagents. Certainly not. Why, to suggest such a thing is slander. I have not procured, grown and harvested anything that goes against the city's farming laws. Nothing. Not a thing. Nope.
Right. I'll help you fix it. Wink.
I'm going to trust you, though I'll probably regret it. You can't trust anyone these days, not even the Crownhold Royal Guard. Maybe you should set a trap for these poachers, or use a scarecrow. You could model it after that Telogris creep. Ugly as hell, that one.
So about those reagents.
Under occupation. The preordained have outlawed all collection of chaos essence. They don't want anybody cornering the market. But it's a pretty simple item to cultivate. Not that I know how to do it, or would. Never. Not me.
Right. We'll talk about those. Special ingredients, and looky here, it looks like we found a chaos rift. Oh, it's those critters. Come on, give yourselves up. Thank you. Oh, that was easy. Let's see if we can find some essence around. Nope, nada, niente. Just loot. Mine. You saw nothing.
Matharu bless you. I don't want to see you causing any problems. You understand?
Someone saw something. It's more critters. Hello, hello. Come on. Give yourselves up. Thank you. Close in the rift. Still more around? Yes, there is. Gotta keep an eye on those little chaos banelings. Took down my health pretty much.
Critters? Honestly, that's shocking to me. Shocking. Why would chaos critters be drawn to my farm of all places? It's not as if I'm cultivating illegal chaos reagents on the property. That would be ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'll breathe easier knowing that the problem has been solved and the threat eliminated. And knowing that you'll keep our little transaction to yourself. Thanks again.
Well, I would like
Haven't
to
had
buy
any
some
more trouble
chaos
with my
essence.
crops since you killed those critters. Maybe it wasn't the cultists after all. Thanks again.
Right. Alright. Where do we go next? Ah, I was just trying some shops and it looks like the Big Hunt has something for us.
Take your time, peruse the selection. We at the Big Hunt pride ourselves on the freshest, most delicious foods in the city. We also offer a variety of other goods and supplies, but our specialty is food for the more discerning customer.
This car rule lamb chops?
I call them select cuts, venison from the rarest, juiciest beasts in the forest. My high-paying customers tend to have a refined palate. I pay top dollar for most wild fay meat, and flesh with a bit of a magical kick. Partners 50-50.
That's another bounty. Too bad. Ah, the great library of Crown Hold? Crown Mold? Where am I? Crown Hold. Names. I told you I ain't do names. Hello, my friend. What you need?
How many times must I tell you? I have not seen the beast. But let me warn you. The preordained will never succeed in dominating the will of nature. If the wild fae must feed, they must feed. I do not care what your Chaos Lord demands. You will not stop the migrations. And you will not find Peaches.
Who's Peaches?
Wait. Oh no. You're not from the court of Telogris. I should have noticed that straight away. I do apologize. Peaches. Oh well. He is a Cliff Barguest, a friend. I rescued him many years ago when he was a pup. I guess you could say we formed a bond. I fear for his safety, as the preordained have been ordered to clear the woods near the city. They relish a good hunt. Peaches and I have not seen each other for years. But I would hate for him to get caught in this culling. Would you be willing to help me locate his den? I would see to it that you're compensated.
Why are they clearing the woods?
Chaos magic has intensified across Mithros, causing disorder in the natural world. The wild fae are restless and angry. Telogris hopes to eliminate the threat. He has sent his minions to kill any magical creatures that may rise up.
Alright, I'll help you find Peaches.
I had a feeling you might. An experienced tracker is needed to locate Peach's current den, and I'm not qualified. You'll know him by his limp, and he has a stripe of white along his spine. Once you find him, I'll come to remove him from the forest. Hopefully I can find a new home for him elsewhere in Mithros. Bless you.
You could hide him as a cat? Maybe? Anything else? No, doesn't look like this. Here, peachy, 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 here, peachy, peachy, peachy. I got some cream for you. Aww, ain't you a little scruffy
Any
ruffy?
news? You found him? Oh no, he's injured again. Probably in an encounter with the preordained. We can't move him like this. I'll patch him up, but it's going to take time. Stand guard outside the cave, in case anyone comes for us. Bless you.
Ah, point defense. Let's see this. Just to be on the safe side. Haha, and here they are. No, I'm not.
Your soul is required.
Oh, you poor little sots. Didn't know what you get yourself into, did ya? And I didn't know which button to press. Oh, come on, Teddy. Whoops. I think I cast my spell a bit too soon, and now I have to deal with a frickin' heavy knight. And for the fishing blow. And done. Ooh, I could use this. So, how's it going?
That was too close. If the preordained weren't coming for me before, they certainly are now. It's time for me to leave Crownhold. I've been considering it for months, but this event has made it clear. Peaches and I will head deeper into the mountains, try and find a place of our own, away from strife, away from Telogris. We owe you our lives. Here is a small token of our appreciation, but I hope to one day repay you properly.
Thank you, and good luck on your new life, your new best friend, the pup.
Hello there.
Aurora Fatesworn. I don't know if they got a boreal or whatever. It looks real
Stay out of
pretty.
trouble.
Real nice. And I could really do with a few guards less just jabbering you on while you're 5 meters
Stay
away.
out of trouble.
Ah, the salty salmon. A bar for the watchman. Quis custode, ipsos custode. I watch the
Stay out
watchman.
of trouble.
And even the watchwoman.
I'd give you a proper welcome, but the city hasn't been very welcoming lately. I'm Captain Coach, leader of the Crownhold's garrison. Normally, I'd be wishing you all the best in our wine and pleasure halls. But all of Crownhold has ground to a halt during the occupation. Roads in and out of town are blocked, strangling supply lines.
And you're about to run dry, so what's blocking the supply line?
Funny you should ask. It's our own men and women blocking movement along the mountain road. Deserters. They left the army when Telogris occupied the city. Now they've set up blockades to keep the preordained from receiving resupply. Only it's not only the preordained who use these goods. All a Crownhold suffers. Innocent families, elders and children. Something must be done. But I don't have the heart to face my own soldiers on the battlefield.
Will you pay blood money? So why would they starve their own?
It's not intentional. They're trying to prevent the preordained from getting what they need, but it's not working. Instead, the citizens of Crownhold are being robbed of food, medicine and items for basic survival.
Alright, I could remove the barricades, but it will cost ya.
I have the coin, but not the manpower. So if you're truly interested, I won't hold you back.
The deserters built their barricades along Crow Peak to the west. Be careful. You will face harsh resistance.
They are strong fighters. I trained them myself.
And now you want them dead. And I think I removed one of their barricades already. Well, let's have a look. Maybe they rebuilt. Yeah, looks like we found a barricade. And they are now bandits, so... Whoops. I thought I had my fireball up. Looks like I can just, you know, be a bit indiscriminate about all this. A light shower of fire, frost, and earth. After all, they are now bandits. Can't hold it against me. No, wasn't me. Hey, in this nice little side corner here by these frozen totem, I found another piece of Zephy's garments, the robe. Ooh, back there was a little mountain troll. They gave us food for the bounty quest. A troll schnitzel. With knödels. Troll steak and Bargus haunches. Let's get ourselves some meat. And find out what the great troll is protecting here. Yes, finally I got the full 100%. Rare enough for me. First, light of the morning and schnitzel. I think I had those again. Not really that unique if you can get them over and over and over. Oh, let's just see what's in a great big box. And how I blow myself up. Crystallus, I sold those already. Alright, maybe there's some sort of loot list and I'm completely through. There's just nothing random more and you just get blasted. Most rarest 10s over and over and over again. Who knows? And as long as we're up here high in the mountains, we might as well talk to Brogar McQueen about those giants.
Oi!
Hey!
Oi! You look a little confused. And trust me, Crow Peak's the last place you want to get lost. The name's Brogan McQueen, formerly of Menetier, and before that, the Caelid Coast. I'm a hunter. I follow the quarry. And right now, the good hunting's all in Mithros.
Alright, what you hunting?
Oh, that's the interesting part. Mithros is home to giants. Not giants in the traditional sense. Magical mutations. Freaks. They emerge every 100 years or so. They're called giants because they're tougher than your average monster. That's important because we've got a lot to prove. I don't know if you're looking for action, but we've got room for one more. You get paid for what you kill.
So, what do you have to prove?
The group of us, well, we fought in the House of Valor. Each of us came up his or own way, surviving by winning. Until we fought Tyr Magnus, the house champion, and lost. There's nothing like dishonour. It haunts you and it follows you to your grave. There are few ways to recapture that honour, and one of them is to succeed in a great hunt. That is why we must find the giants and bring them down.
Well, you could always return. Your Magnus is gone.
I had a feeling about you. Something fiery in the eyes. I like it. Welcome aboard. You won't be sorry. You'll have the same deal as the rest of us. You get paid for what you kill, but you've got to take a trophy to prove your victory. If you're lucky enough to find a giant and slay it, bring proof back here for a payout. Good luck.
That's another bounty quest. Ooh, gauntlets. Guardian. Didn't I have those? Oh, who can remember? Certainly not me. Oh, I'm pretty much through. All I need is an ice throw. Let's see, maybe one's around here. And I found another blood star. Alright, you just find the same ones over and over and over. And also, I think my shield bugged out. I was just standing within this Jotun and it went bam 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 without disappearing, so let's recast. What I did is I went into the inventory to repair my sword, since this broke in the last encounter, and then it just, you know, got stuck with the shield. Oh, that's something new. You smell that? It's an ice troll. Look at him, trolling us. How dare you, ice troll. Whoops. Ah, I give you what for? I want to give you a proper reckoning, but... Oops, wrong button. But I can't, so I will destroy you by thunder and by lightning. Until you can no more. Well, at least my shield doesn't work. And you deserve more. You deserve a reckoning. There we go. Goodbye, my friend. You've been a truly gigantic troll. Nope. One too short. Sleep well. It's time to find Magnus. Ooh, Goliath Greaves. Better take a look how many parts I got already now. Hi, Brogan. I got you what you want.
Oi, you. What's this I'm hearing about you finding and slaying all the giants? Is this some kind of joke? Are you telling me that you not only tracked these beasties down, but you killed them all? Single-handedly? This was our chance to redeem ourselves, and you stole the honour for yourself. Now, I'm a man of my word, and I'll pay you what I promised, but this is low. Some real fateless one showboating, if I ever saw it. Take your money and go. Now we've got another hunt to organise, no thanks to you. Get lost.
Well, you can come back.
You again? Really? Do I have to ask politely? Please remove yourself and leave some of the honour for the rest of us.
I just want to sell you some junk. Don't get uppity. Let's have a look. Armor. The Goliath helmet. Oh. Looks nice. Let's see what we got. The Goliath cuirass. Goliath gauntlets. Goliath drawers. And Goliath grid. We are complete. Alright, what do we get? Parrying grants dagger immunity. Each consecutive parry adds an individual loop up luck. Ooh. Well, let's see how fast I die in this. Alrighty, test fight time. Come on, my little lovelies. Well, so far I hadn't something to... Alright, it's a good defense, but... I think I have to disable the barrier. Since it's hard to parry if they got just blown back from my shield. Ah, there we go. Last stand, number 1. Lupus luck, number 2. And once more. Well, it's a fun effect. I grant you that one. But I guess there's something I won't be doing over and over now. Yeah, I gotta know. Oh, wait, I can. Great! I can use the armor. I was worried I hadn't enough reduced mana cost to infinitely cast my AoE shock, but since that's possible, I think we will wear this for a while. Ah, the bounty hunt has led us to this. One of the highest peaks. The Crow Peak. And now we say, peekaboo, Cinder.
This is gonna hurt.
Yes, it will. For you. For I am. Come on. There's the last stand. It's about 50% bonus damage. Real nice. And then you can corner him, stun lock him, and just wailing on the moon. Goodbye. The Despoiler's Cap. Another finesse set. Oh, I Lowstone. I wish I could use you, but nope. You're gonna be left for the main quest. Well, there's just one thing to say. Yeehaw! Oh, Captain, mein Captain. I kocht all your enemies.
You've returned. Alive. My scouts reported your successes along the road. They say it was a bloody affair. I'm afraid it was the only outcome. You've done your part, and now I shall do mine. Take this, and please think better of Crownhold than what you see now. We will make it ours again in time. Mitharu, watch over you.
Yeah. After the second
out of
half
trouble.
bled to death. Good. Now I think there's only one side quest left that I know of. And I found it up above. Maybe I check one or two houses down here. And then we'll see you there. Well, search and you shall find. Another vendor, and what has he for us?
Greetings, and welcome to the King's Thimble. I am Clovis Fabian, attendant and proprietor at your service. May I assume that you're here for a new outfit? Because what you're wearing is, well, it's rather ridiculous. Honestly, have you seen yourself? Whatever this is not working.
Oh, it is. It's only, you know, the weapon that looks a bit meh. And why would I ask you about chaos critters?
You've seen them, have you? Well, be careful. They'll take a finger if you're not careful. Maybe a whole hand. Listen, I've had to take a few liberties with my inventory to survive in these difficult times. I've had to bend a few rules. Those Niskaru, the critters, they leave behind a unique material, a kind of silk. Its colors are incredible, and it's nearly unbreakable. If you ever find yourself in possession of this silk, bring it by the shop. I'll make it worth your trouble.
Why would anyone in this game need all this money? I'm bathing in money. Look, I can just go along and buy a few 100,000 worth, and I still got 13 million around. There's nothing to do with the money except maybe go to Gambula. But alright, I see what I can do. More looting. Alright, I found at least 2 more quests, so that's probably enough to make a final episode and don't drag this one out long beyond 30 minutes. I try to hit a 30-minute mark, but mostly it's, you know how long my episodes are, so sorry about that if you listen to them so long. And now we have a stylish new armor, which looks just amazing. And so I thank you all for watching, and bye bye.